What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Redriveraviation. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. Today we have the February 2022 Tulsa International Airport update for you guys. I really hope you guys are excited for today's video. Today we have another awesome loaded Tulsa International Airport update for you guys, and I really hope you guys are excited for it. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Hope you guys all doing well. Thank you guys so much for coming by today. Like I said, today we have the February 2022 iteration of the Tulsa International Airport. Lots of awesome things to encompass here. We got a lot of good mainline action going, fun aircraft movements. We have some special visitors as well, some special occurrences too. So we got a lot to encompass, and I'm really excited for it. So with all that being said, everybody, we're not going to waste any further time. I'll do a little bit of talking towards the end. As always, let's get started here with the Southwest Airlines section. These are the same three aircraft that made it into Reno for new models, and it was the same board. I just transferred over, so I thought it'd be cool to kind of keep that theme going. So beginning right here, these are new for Tulsa and the second update of their appearances and debuts, if you will. Beginning with the Southwest Airlines 737 MAX 8, third release by Gemini Jets, new model for the collection. This guy's currently making a non-stop service today in from the Denver, Colorado International Airport, and is going to be heading out to Dallas Love Field. Southwest Airlines 737-700. This is the November 445 Whiskey November 2004 release. Gemini Jets 2. This guy's currently coming in from, let's go with Houston Hobby, going to be heading out to St. Louis. And another new model, the absolutely beautiful Southwest Airlines Boeing 737-700 Maryland 1 colors with the hardtail. This guy's currently coming in from St. Louis and is going to be heading out to Las Vegas, or I'm sorry, Phoenix Sky Harbor. I think I may have did a double route. If I did, I'm sorry. Phoenix was supposed to be in there too, so my bad. But Southwest going strong, of course. In a couple months, Austin's going to be starting April 25th. Very excited for that. And along with that, on June 5th, Chicago Midway will be making double daily service. If you want to call it a resumption from 2015, you can. Personally, I would probably call it a new route, because a route being gone for 7 years is a pretty lengthy amount of time, but either way, it's a route, so I'm excited to have it here. So Southwest still doing great regardless, though. Lots of frequencies. I think Las Vegas, St. Louis, Phoenix are daily, and the others are multi-daily. So very cool to see it. Love to see all these new models too. Well done by Southwest. Next in the line right here, we have the JetBlue Airways Embraer J-190 filling in for a Breeze Airways Embraer J-195. This guy's currently loading up with the non-stop service back out to Tampa International Airport. Big news on the behalf of Breeze, not only in the model form, but also in the real life form. Let's start with the model airplanes. In 1 to 200 scale for the February 2022 releases, Gemini Jets is making a Breeze Embraer 195. There's a very good chance that this will transpire into 1 to 400 as early as March, but maybe into April, May. So that is great news that we're going to have an official Breeze model for the model airport, which I'm super excited about. But complementing that, boys, Breeze Airways is going to start flying their brand new Airbus A220-300 aircraft to Tulsa International Airport, valid from May 5, 2022. I am super excited for this service. I think it's going to be absolutely awesome. This is going to be Tulsa's first revenue Airbus A220 service, of course. We have had some Delta diversions in the past, but we've never had a full flagship flight from A220. I'm really excited for it. I most certainly want to try this product. I'll talk about it a little bit more towards the end of the update if I don't forget, but I want to talk about kind of my recovery from mono in general, kind of getting back into the groove of things, hopefully in terms of traveling and spotting and all that fun stuff. So hopefully we'll be able to do that. But regardless, we'll have a proper Breeze model. It may not be accurate for very long, but I'm hopeful we'll have an actual Breeze plane. And I would say if they got licensing for the Embraer 195, there's a good chance that an A220 is definitely in the foreseeable future, which I'm very excited about. So trending up for Breeze. We do have some unfortunate news from another airline, which we'll see here just in a moment. But Breeze definitely trending up. Very excited. Hopefully new routes come too. I would really like to see Charleston. They're even opening destinations like West Palm Beach. So we'll see. Really excited regardless though, and I think it's going to be awesome. Next aircraft up to bat is this Frontier Airbus A320neo. This is Georgia the Painted Bunny. This guy's currently pushing back with the non-stop service out to Denver, Colorado today. Unfortunately, this is the second to last time we'll be seeing this, at least for the foreseeable future. On March 4th, 2022, that will be the last flight Frontier will do into Tulsa International Airport. Unfortunately, I saw an article from a local Tulsa news station that this route's going to be cut due to pilot shortage. Very unfortunate. I am glad to hear that it wasn't the fault of the route not performing. Unfortunately, I think Frontier's just having issues getting enough pilots to fly, of course, which is just a broad problem across all airlines. Very unfortunate. I think Frontier had a pretty gosh darn good run. It was very similar to their 2005 to 2010-ish run where they had the CRJ service to Denver and Dash 8s as well. Now, obviously, they came in with the Airbuses. It started back in, I think it was, I think it was either March, May, June 2018. It was somewhere in that ballpark. And, you know, went really strong. Most of the routes they started got cut. Was able to hold on to Denver. Became year-round. Was going well through the pandemic. And all of that just to be cut. So, we'll have our official send-off next month. It's going to really suck because Frontier is a great airline. I really like what they're doing. Just really unfortunate. That's going to put us down to 6 airlines now. American, Delta, United, Southwest, Allegiant, and Breeze. So, we'll just have to keep working, and hopefully we'll get better days to come. Hopefully more new airlines, but definitely unfortunate. There is no way to get around that for Frontier. But again, hopefully we'll see some progression in the future. But rest in peace, Frontier. We'll do our official send-off next month. Next in line right here, we have a beautiful United Airlines section. We're going to be getting up there at the top at gate B8 with the United Airlines Airbus A319. We actually do have 2 of them, guys. Yes, super excited to see this. Haven't had double daily mainline in a good long while, so I'm really excited to see this. We're going to begin with the Evo Airbus A319 at B8. This guy's currently making non-stop service in from Denver, Colorado International Airport, and is going to be heading back out there. Finally seeing mainline on Denver. I don't think I had it in last month. I don't know if it was. I can't remember. I apologize. But I'm really excited that it's finally here to complement our Houston mainline, which is on this Airbus A319 in the Continental Globe colors. I'm really excited for double daily mainline. Of course, this is where we were at pre-pandemic, so getting back to these levels is incredible. We're still not quite there on frequency. I think Denver is a 4 daily, including the mainline, and the Houston service is about 4 daily as well, which is way below what it normally is. Sometimes these airlines will just be inconsistent through the winter at airports like Tulsa, so it is fairly interesting, but that's kind of what we have to work with. But heck, I'm not complaining. I mean, 2 A319s on the ground at the same time is incredible. We're also seeing some inconsistent mainline as per usual with United. I think we've seen some 739s and some 738s from Houston. The Denver 319 has been consistent though, so expect a video on United's inconsistent mainline at some point in the near future, because that's just got to be discussed, man. I looked at a service. It was UA 342 Houston to Cleveland every day. 737, 700, 738, A320, 739, A319, and it just repeated. It was beyond what I've ever seen. So that's all right though. We'll work with it. Mainline is mainline. What can I say? Down here at the bottom, we do have a flying dumpster to complement our baby buses. This is United Airlines Bombardier Acer Day-200 on behalf of SkyWest Airlines with a nonstop. Actually, this may be Air Wisconsin. I'm not sure. It's SkyWest Air Wisconsin. Nonstop service out to Chicago O'Hare today. 2 daily CR2s. Yeah, they've just moved out of their 550s for the most part. There is a few still hanging around Chicago, but they are mainly at Newark and Washington Dulles, which really sucks because I think it's an awesome aircraft. But for now, we have dumpsters, so we just got to take it with a grain of salt and work with it. That's kind of my philosophy for when something doesn't get right. So regardless, though, it's a nice lineup here for United. And Concourse B, we're going to miss Frontier, man. We're going to miss them dearly, but that's going to put us to 3 on B and 3 on A. Speaking of which, we'll take it over to Concourse A. Beginning right here, we have the Allegiant Air Airbus A319 by Aero Classics right here. The aircraft that flew exactly November 302, November Victor. Very cool aircraft. This guy's currently making a non-stop service today in from Las Vegas and is going to be heading back out there. Loads have been pitiful still for Phoenix, Mesa, and Sarasota, which is very unfortunate. But luckily, on the contrary, Orlando, Sanford, Los Angeles, and Las Vegas, as usual, have all been sustaining very well. So I'm glad to see that. St. Petersburg and Destin should be joining us back in the lineup here in a couple months, which will be exciting. But again, unfortunate. And then Austin's going to be done here for March, and it's going to come back in April. It's also been pretty rough. I don't know what's going on. We'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, very interesting to say the least, but we do have Allegiant going strong here regardless. Next in line right here, we have this American Eagle number ERJ-175. This guy's currently going to be on the behalf of, let's go with Envoy Air for us today. This guy's currently making a non-stop service in from Chicago O'Hare, and he's going to have proceeding service out to Miami International Airport. Chicago's going to 2 SkyWest 700s next month, currently Envoys though, so rocking with that. Miami's still a Saturday only Ember 175, so solid lineup there for those two routes, and American as a whole is performing pretty well. We'll talk about it obviously through the update. Next in line right here, we have the American Eagle Bombardier CRJ-700. This guy's going to be operating for PSA Airlines and SkyWest Airlines. This guy's currently making a nonstop service in from Washington Reagan DCA National Airport and is going to have proceeding service over to Los Angeles International Airport for SkyWest. PSA is still doing the 5 weekly CRJ-700 and a 1 weekly Embraer 175 from Reagan, while SkyWest is doing the CR7 for Los Angeles. 175 is the comeback though, so excited for that. But Los Angeles and Reagan going good, so glad to see it. Hanging out back there in the back, we have an American Airlines Airbus A321 with fence tips. We are seeing 4 weekly A319s on a 5:30 arrival, in contrast to 3 737s on the other 3 days. So it is nice to see A321 sliding in. It's been a little bit of sharklet and fence tip. I did decide to go fence tip this time. I think this is only going to be for this month. It looks like we're going back to our 319, 737, and RJ lineup. So very interesting indeed, but it is super cool to see as such. So I am enjoying it as we speak. So looking pretty good indeed. Another cool thing, we're not quite to the aircraft. Actually, I'll just leave it for that. But regardless, looking good here for American, and they're doing very well to say the least. Currently taxiing over to the active right here, we have a Cessna 172. This guy's currently going to be operating for Christensen's Airlines, which is a local flight company. Very, very cool. This guy's currently making a local flight as usual. You'll see a lot of Cessnas doing this in local airports, and this goes for even smaller airports, class Delta and Echo airspaces. So that's kind of what we got here, and they will operate into airports like Tulsa. It's not uncommon to see by any means. So very cool to get the Cessna in here as always. Sorry about this frame, guys. This is probably the worst gate on the airport, but right here at A10 we have an American Airlines Boeing 737-800. This guy's currently making nonstop service in from Charlotte and is going to be heading back out there. No real deviation there, been pretty similar, so we'll take it. And to round out the terminal right here, we have our Delta Airlines section. It is fairly small, but this is kind of Delta. I'm really glad to have it in an airport like Tulsa. You won't see Delta at an airport like this every single day, but hey, I mean, we'll take it. It looks awesome. So pushing back from Alpha 6, we have a Delta Connection Bombardier CRJ-700 on the behalf of SkyWest Airlines. Non-stop service over to Salt Lake City. Lots of SkyWest 700, or I'm sorry, just a couple for SkyWest. What I was meaning was the majority of them are over in Detroit. Salt Lake City, I believe, only has service to Fresno and Tulsa. So very unique service, double daily. I think it's really, really cool. And obviously, I don't really get to use my Delta CRJ-700s very much, so I'm not going to pass it up. We'll have the new release in next month, as that will be in Mass Unboxing 19. That's the November 391 Charlie Alpha 2021 release. Sorry, just making sure I had that all right. Third release, but excited for that. Notice how many third releases we've had. Hawaiian A321, Southwest Max, Delta CRJ-700. I'm sure more aircraft to come. So lots of Delta 350, I think, as well. So we've had a lot of UPS M5. That was probably the 5th release, but we've had a lot of additional, revisions of aircraft, which have been pretty cool to say the least. So very nice. Hanging out at Alpha 4, this is one that we haven't had another release of in a long time. This is a Delta Airlines Boeing 717-200. This guy's currently loading up with the non-stop service today over to Atlanta. 4 daily 717s, not even a single Endeavor 900. I'm not complaining at all. Super, super nice. We'll see if they do some changing up. I'm sure we're going to get our CRJ back at some point, but 4 717s, even through March too, it's going to be a W. So, yeah, Delta kicking it. Really excited to see this. Again, RIP MSP, but for now, we do have Salt Lake and Atlanta doing pretty well. So, speaking of which, for Gemini, what I was going to say with the Delta 717 is hopefully we'll see another release at some point with aerials. That would be super cool. I believe the TWA 717 that they did late last year did in August. It had aerials. So it's been a while. I think another release would be about right. So we'll see what happens. But they've been doing pretty good. I'm not going to complain, although they have had some slip-ups. But with all that said, let's take it into our next section of the airport. Alrighty, encompassing all the aircraft in this frame, we have a FedEx 757-200. This guy's currently arriving in from Fort Alliance and is going to be heading out to Denver. Looking nice. UPS Boeing 757-200. This guy's currently pushing back with a non-stop service out to Dallas-Fort Worth after coming in from Little Rock. Pardon me, guys. Sorry. Looking nice. UPS Airbus A300. This guy's currently making the service in from Louisville, and he's going to be hanging out and heading out to Oklahoma City here in a little bit. And then we have a FedEx Boeing 767-300. This guy's getting the turnaround service, and he's going to be heading back out to Memphis for us today. So really nice cargo lineup, and we'll have another one here in a moment. Private Challenger 300. This guy's currently taxiing out to the active runway with a non-stop service to what's the most random city I can think of off the top of my head. Dayton, Ohio. So he's going to be heading out to Dayton, Ohio. There is a super cool model airplane hobby shop there. It's MTS Toys and Hobbies, I believe it's called. Oh my, I want to go there so bad. It looks so cool. It's in the most random place ever, but I mean, that place looks absolutely amazing. I would love to go there. It's like the airplane shop with everything. So very cool. But Dayton, Ohio, we'll say he came in from, I don't know, Prescott, Arizona. Waiting for the boys to come up. Super excited to get this in here today. I did say that more military aircraft were on the way, and here is one of them right here, boys. Right here we have a U.S. Air Force C-17. C-17 is an absolutely beautiful aircraft in my opinion. I'm so excited to finally get one on property for my collection. This is a McCord C-17. As you guys may or may not remember, back in 2020 on June 20th, I saw the McCord C-17, one of them, come in from, I forgot where it was coming in from, but it was bringing in equipment for a presidential rally. So that was really cool that I was able to get to see the C-17 out of that. But here is the C-17. This guy's currently loading up. This guy, we'll say that he's making a non-stop service in from Tacoma, where the McCord Air Force Base is. And this guy's going to have proceeding service out to Edwards Air Force Base, just miscellaneous routing. I don't even know what the proper... You know, these usually haul equipment. There was an Alaska one here over the summer, which was really cool. It's been a while since we've got one, though. That was the last one, I think. But we do get them every now and then. And since this is a new model, I definitely had to encompass this. So I think these are for moving equipment. I think they've transported motorcycles and probably equipment like that. So maybe cars even. So I think that's their intention, but I'm not completely sure. So if anybody knows exactly what they use the C-17s for most of the time, please let me know. But such a good model. I got it from My Pilot Store. Very good website. First time trying them. They did a great job. So great to get the McCord C-17 at long last. And I definitely will be getting more military planes. Want to get a B-1. Would love to get it. B-52s on the way. Just sneak peek. Would love to get a C5. C5 would be an awesome plane. I do have a C-130 and KC-135, but you know, every aircraft in the book. Darn it, I lost it. I had one on the tip of my tongue. I do have some shapeways, I'll say that. Won't go much farther than that in terms of shapeways, but there's a lot of great planes. I'm really excited for them. But yeah, knocking out a C-17 I think was a big W, but C5, B-1, B-52, of course, as we mentioned, and anything that Gemini Max releases. P8. P8's another big one. I would love to get a P8. So, yeah, I'm really pleased with the progression, though, indeed. So, very happy with it, to say the least. Right here, we have the Kalitta Charters 2 Boeing 727-200. This guy's currently making nonstop service in from Cincinnati, and he's going to be heading back out there. Telling you, this was such a clutch pickup. They've been coming in a lot, which is very cool. Really fortunate, as there's not many 727s at all, so to still see them operating cargo service is really cool on a regular basis. So I'm really glad that we're able to see this regularly. So I'm not throwing it in to try to get another cool aircraft in the update. They've legitimately been coming, so it's really cool to see that. So very happy with that, to say the least. Very nice. My apologies, guys. I rarely try to do backlit shots whatsoever. This is just a situation where it would take me a while to get over to the other side. So real quick, right here we have an American Eagle number here, J-175. This guy's currently on the behalf of, I believe, Envoy. This guy's currently making a nonstop flight in from Austin, Texas, and is going to be heading out to, I don't think there's another destination. I believe we've covered all of them. So yeah, Austin doing well. Like I said, SkyWest 700 next month. Going to be really interesting. Very eager to see how that's going to play out. It's going to be very interesting, to say the least. So excited for that. Last American route for the Embraer 175, that is right here on short final for 3-6 right. We have an American Eagle Bombardier CRJ-900 operating on the behalf of Mesa Airlines today with the nonstop service in from Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport. I know it's probably getting redundant at this point, but I cannot emphasize enough how amazing it is to have a CRJ-900 in 1:400 scale. Watched back the unboxing video from a couple months ago at this point. I think almost 6 months ago already. Just absolutely amazing. So glad to have it in the collection, man. It's an absolute asset. I'm really pleased to have it. Beautiful airplane, of course. Just so beautiful, man. I mean, just take a look at that unit, man. I mean, Gemini Jets did a very good job on that. Very happy to have it in the fleet. Absolute unit. So with that said, have a couple more aircraft here for the airport update, so let's hop into those. Currently taxiing over here, we have an American Airlines Boeing 777-200ER. This guy's currently taxiing. He's literally doing taxiing maintenance. I did get to see this at the airport on February 20th, 2021. An American Airlines 777 came out of Hangar 5, and it literally went around 3 to 6 right twice, just taxiing. So assuming some sort of engine crack or engine testing and stuff, but it's very cool. One thing I do wonder though is if these aircraft, who the one actually testing it is, because I've seen a couple times at flight centers, some of the mechanics actually will take the aircraft out themselves on the ramp and test the engine if they need to. So I wonder if, obviously this is a Boeing 777, this is a much bigger picture, so I'm assuming it's probably full-fledged pilots, but maybe the mechanics can do it. I don't know. I would think there has to be some sort of knowledge with these aircraft, of course. So very good question. If anybody has adequate knowledge to answer that question, I would be very curious. But on GA planes, it's much different. It's much simpler. So with that said, though, a couple more aircraft for this update, so let's cover them. So right here we have two American Airlines Boeing 737s. We have a normal next generation 800 right here. This guy, or not the brand, but next generation in terms of 737. This guy's currently hanging out. He came in from Philadelphia earlier, and he'll be heading out after he gets a C-check done. And we have a delivery flight of another beautiful Boeing 737 MAX. These guys have still been doing well. But this guy came in from Seattle Everett earlier, and he's going to be heading out to full-fledged service. He'll head out to Miami probably in about a week or two. So that will do for today's Tulsa International Airport update. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I did say that I would do a little bit of talking. I do have a couple things to say. If my battery dies, I'm just going to cut it there. I may do an outro. But regardless, first thing I wanted to say was I found this absolutely awesome flight schedule website online that displays everything so well and is super helpful. If anybody's trying to do airport updates stuff, you'll really find this website helpful. Passrider.com, absolute unit. It does so well. What I like to do is I like to put it on no particular date. I can't say the word specific for whatever reason, but I think you guys understand. No particular date, because that shows you the full week at a glance for the route, and it encompasses all the airlines and all the areas. So let me give a particular example. So if you want to look up Tulsa to Dallas, that will give you the Tulsa flight schedule on the route to Dallas for all the American Airlines flights, and it also encompasses if there's another airport in the area that has a similar service, for instance, Southwest Dallas Field on that route, then it will also pull that up as well. But it's super, super nice to see it because you can see all the days and what days that particular flight number is flying. So for instance, Saturday only flights come up, like Miami, for instance, and that sort of thing. So super, super helpful. Really, really happy with Passrider. The demo probably shows it better than what I can explain it, but it shows you all the flight schedules in one place, and it's just super awesome. So great website. Thanks to my flight instructor for showing me that. Absolute legend. But really, really appreciate it. That website is absolutely awesome. So be sure to check it out, passrider.com. What a facility that is. So yes, really, really excited for it. So that website's absolutely awesome. So in terms of TUL, hope you guys enjoyed the update today. We had a little bit of everything. Very hopeful the GA ramp will be here soon. And in terms of the redo of the main map, we'll talk about that more in the future. But for right now, that's kind of on idle. But great to get military in here today as well with that McCauley C-17. That thing's an absolute unit. Super glad to have it. In terms of Tulsa, those new routes to Chicago, and Austin for Southwest are the big two right now. Frontier service, it's super unfortunate. Just really sucks because it's such a cool flight. Hopefully we'll get it back one day, but for the moment we're kind of just sitting idle with what we have. Really, really unfortunate though regardless, and again, hopefully it comes back sometime because I'm going to dearly miss Frontier here at the TUL. So yes, complimenting that, also to go along with that, wanted to say, hope you guys have been enjoying all the content lately. Thank you guys for the support. There's been a lot of great videos lately. Really enjoyed producing them. So yeah, lots of great things to come. We have mass unboxings on the way, more videos. It's going to be absolutely awesome. Airport updates, of course. Hoping to get Dallas and storyline for sure this month. It's about it. Actually, maybe out already, but storyline for sure. Dallas, I'm thinking yes, it should be good, and then Phoenix, hopefully. That's kind of the plan right now, but just going one step at a time. Hopefully everything progresses well, but yeah, almost already to March, guys. Time's flying, so I hope you guys have been enjoying all the content. Again, it's been super fun to produce, and I've really, really enjoyed it, to say the least. So with all that being said, everybody, that will do for today's Tulsa International Airport update. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Really appreciate it as always, and I'm really excited for what's to come. So with all that being said, everybody, I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. My name is Redriveraviation. I'd like to thank you guys so much for watching. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe, trust the process, do what you love, and love what you do. My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon as Redriveraviation is signing off.